Evening all, and welcome to episode 79 of Kerbalism. And here we are, back at our Orbital Hotel. Our next control, what's that called? Crew arm has appeared. It is here. Can't remember what I put into them bays now. I apparently didn't put anything into them bays. Wonder why I did that for. All got bays, but they've got nothing in there. Oh well, must have been for a reason. But anyway, yes, that one's here. It does need rotating around, but more importantly, we need to dump this engine off. It's done its job, it's been fantastic, but it needs to go. So, we ideally need to target that, pointing that way, and using our RCS, moving very, very gently. I will turn off this engine because I know what will happen if I leave that on. End up crashing into something terrible, and that's not what we want, not at all. So let's head over there, and then we'll get Milma out, and we can drag that engine off. It does seem like a bit of a waste to dump it, and I've just realised it's actually got a decoupler. I already planned for this. It has a decoupler. So, can we decouple that remotely? Nope, it looks as if Milma can't do that. So, Milma, get out of the way. And we will switch over to this. And we should then decouple this. Goodbye. And that can go down there. So back to Milma, and I do believe that was a stack decoupler, so we should just be able to give it a bit of push, and there it goes, out the way. The engine's obviously going to go down and bonk into our station. That's fine. Okay, so now we have to do is dock these two together. I'm not really sure about the orientation. If I control that from here, I'm not really sure how to line up with that docking node, because I'm not sure what control from here. Let's set this dead level, shall we? Let's do that. That's the best way. With well, we'll set it to 180 degrees, so ground is up and sky is down. Not that that's relative to the planet, but it gives me some form of orientation. Yes, so there we go. That can sit there like that. Okay. And then if we do the same, we go back to this one. We'll double check that we're controlling from here. Control from here. There we are. And we shall do the same for this. We shall try and rotate ourselves around. This only has the one reaction wheel, whereas that's got a lot of them, so it's quicker to manoeuvre. This is heavy, although it would be a lot heavier once it's full of fuel. Again, I think I'm going to do the whole, we'll send up a refueling tug, record the mission, and then just tell it to repeat the thing until it's done. Although that should be from our Milma space, really. That would be the idea. We'd have this fill up from our Milma space, and yeah, I'm just not sure if I can actually do repeat missions from the Milma space. I don't know if it works with launching vessel. I'm not sure. I'd have to have a look, to be honest with you, because if I could tell the remote manager to perform missions on a craft, like if I could launch a craft onto the launch pad and then go you take over and deliver that, that'd be great, because I could put different things inside it. You know, we could have liquid fuel and oxidizer, or we could have tourists from the planet. So many things we could do. Yeah. It looks like our arms are going to be leveled up with the other arms there. That's fine, because we will have 6 of those eventually. Top. So, slowly does it. Well, slowly does it with time warp, because I want it to hurry. But I don't want to crash into it. In my camera up here. Slow that down. I think this is going to be good. I'm not going to change the rotation, because obviously we are moving around the planet, so I think that would spin the rotation off. I am going to slow us down, switch over very quickly and retract that solar panel, because I just noticed that was in the way. Slightly off centre. That should be okay. We've got magnets. And they look like they're doing the job. Bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Come on, you can do it. One more. Yeah, there we go. We are connected. It looks almost straight to me. Okay, right. So, I think, isn't that almost complete? We need 20,000 units of electric, and we have 11,900. Okay, so we need to send up one more thing. But I am going to dock some of these bits and pieces together. So we will save the game to start with, because this can be odd. Oh, there you go. I just turned the engines on by mistake. I knew that was going to happen at some point. Oh yeah, cool. We've got some other bits to come up anyway, because these end bits aren't supposed to be here. First and foremost is this one here. I am going to undock this and realign it. I think so. Let's. No, why can't I undock? There we go. Undock. Boom. Okay. And control from here. So let's move this away. Oh, go away. We shall do the same again. We shall rotate the craft to line up with the horizon, which isn't the horizon. I don't know how they figure out north and south in space. Although I suppose you could do it relative to the planet. We are pointing the anti-normal node, which would be south, which is correct. We're pointing towards the South Pole, parallel to the planet. Okay. So there we are. That's almost on the horizon. Come on, a bit more. There we go. That's on the horizon. Then we do the same with this. We point it at our target. We spin it around the horizon. And then we just move towards it. Again, using the power of time warp. Oh, we want to actually target that one. And here we go. Hopefully the power of magnets can do their wonderful trick again. I'm going to leave... Oh no, I need to rotate it there. I think I'll leave that as it is, because... Yep, right. Bounce. We'll get pulled back towards it again. And there we are, connected. Excellent. So, everything should be in line apart from this one here, which is completely drunk. So, we will save the game. And we'll look into connecting all these together to make one solid base. So, starting from the bottom, working our way up, we will turn on... I don't know if I've turned on snap for both of these, but I'm going to. No, I'm actually not going to compress that one. I'm thinking I might bring something else up to attach to the bottom. I do want the nuclear reactor. This could be used in the escape pod, but... yeah, I think I do want the reactor, but just because this goes in line here and becomes thinner, it doesn't look right. That reaction will just attach to the bottom is going to be weird, so we'll leave that for the minute, and we will instead go up here, and we'll do these two instead. So angle snap on both of them, and compress, rotate. Nothing appears to be flying off. You go. That's good. That's worked. Okay, there we are. This one next. So we are spinning for some strange reason. I don't know why. Stop that. Right, so we need to undock this. And then we need to rotate ourselves around. Oh, turn the SS on, that would help. And reverse out of it. Aim at that. And our batteries have died. Really? Really? Okay, so we'll extend the other solar panel as well to get ourselves a bit more oomph. Wow. No, what? Whoa. Oh, and we've all of a sudden lost our ability to point at our target. Okay. There are some weird things that go on with this. Right. Anyway, let's point at said target manually and move forward. Fire forward, please. Forward, forward, forward. Thank you. Right. Of course, we don't have any lateral maneuvering because I didn't put two RCS thrusters on this, not the 4 or 3 that I should have done. But that doesn't matter. At least it shouldn't matter. I think we'll be good. We're not on target though. Let's hope these magnets can do it. So long as the orientation is correct, that's all that really matters, to be honest. I think the magnets will be enough to pull us in. Okay, oh, come on then. Bounce. Make sure it doesn't rotate. Or doesn't rotate very much. It can obviously rotate a little bit. Come on. Oh, that's odd. It just does not want to quite pull in with the magnets. Can't push forward anymore. Oh, there we go. There we are. Okay, we're docked. Right. And, again, that's not quite straight, but, well, hopefully it's enough. Snap. And snap. compress and rotate. Oh, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. That was a big wobble. But that looks good. There we go, from the top. We're all lined up. There we are. We're almost all lined up. I put them on really badly. Wow. Yeah. So yeah, we'll deal with that later. That's fine. Okay, so we have a base here with a nuclear reactor on board, which is happily trucking away. Let's transfer all our crew up to the proper command pod. And Milma, there we are. And I think they're good for food and things, aren't they? 165 days of food, 19 years of water. Yeah, they're all right for that. Plenty of oxygen, plenty of nitrogen. Okay, so yeah. I'm just not entirely sure why I had these here. I mean, I know I've put reaction wheels in there. You can see I've got reaction wheel there and there. But can't think for the life of me what I did put them there for. Maybe just because I can, because it could be storage later on, I suppose. I could put something in there, or bays, or something. I don't know, but yeah. So all we've got to do is there's 3 more bits to be sent up, which are the farms, which I'm not sure how to launch them yet. I think it's going to be fine with just one. And I don't know whether I put any form of oh, too close. Control. Yes, I did. I did put form of control on those, so I can deal with those. That will be fine. Yeah. Okay. So we are almost complete for our Orbital Hotel, and I think it looks quite good as well. And so we begin the final stage. 3 launches left to complete our Orbital Hotel, and I am going to actually launch all 3 and fly all 3 of these myself. It appears that Routine Mission Manager doesn't actually recover any of the lost boosters that you lose. I suppose it's more designed for SSTOs than anything, so yeah, it just doesn't. So we lose all the booster stage completely, so I'm going to launch all 3 myself, get them up there and dock them so that we get the money back for the launchers and can afford to actually do it. This of course is the biosphere, the final piece that goes on the end of those large crew arms. It's designed to produce food, basically. That's about it. It's got a little component on the end, and it's just going to make food and ensure our Kerbals don't starve to death, which is never a good thing. So yeah, 3 of these to go. They've got a bit of electric charge with them. That should be enough to complete the contract, and then we're home free for the Orbital Hotel. And here we are on approach with the final delivery. Yes, I've sent the other 2 up already. They are attached and welded to the station, and what I've got to do now is put this one there, and we are good to go. So let's shut down that engine, and I can't actually point at the target for some reason. I don't know why. Doesn't like me doing it. God, so sometimes the probes just let you target your orb. They give you the advanced controls. Other times they don't. I'm not sure. It may be the command pods. It may be if it's got one of those style command pods on it, the flat ones, that they do it. But oh well. Which means I've got to manually align stuff. I was rotating the station to make life a lot easier. I think I'm going to do that again, actually. I think if I... oh, I'll rotate the station. Getting quite heavy now. You see, it's quite big, quite heavy. Got our food. I don't know if I've started the farms yet. I shall check that in a moment. There we go. Obviously, you wouldn't rotate a whole station in real life for a craft coming in, because they would have a lot more thrust to weight than the station would. But luckily for us, Kerbal physics don't quite work that way. Oh, wrong one. So go up a bit more, and I think we will come to a stop here. And now I just need to remember which way to fall over. All I know is that this hatch on the cupola has to be facing upwards. That seems to work. I don't actually know what I'm controlling the craft from. I don't know if it's from here, is it? Let's have a look. Yep, apparently it is. So yeah, I set all of them so that was up. Although these are all the same launch craft, I'm sure every time I've come here, this nav ball's been in a different direction. So yeah, it's a little confusing. Right, so we'll move forward. Basically, I want it to be lined up at 90 degrees. So what I need to do is point my craft where I want it to be. Nope, okay, it's not 90 degrees. Ignore that completely. Point at the station. That's probably the better way to do it. And then basically use the RCS to move the green marker down here, the opposite side of the pink one, because that's where your target is and that's where you're flying. When it's the opposite side, it will push the pink marker up towards your direction, and then when they all line up, you get all three of them to line up, and then you just push forward and you should be able to dock. That's the easiest way to do it. There are obviously docking things. I think MechJeb's even got its own docking thing in it, but that's how I learnt to do all the docking. It was basically line it up with an nav ball somewhere sort of flat, and then, as I said, put the green one the opposite side to your direction, and yeah, it'll push it. And obviously the further down you go, the faster it'll push it up and down. And then once they line up, you know you're straight, or at least should be. Of course, it doesn't really help with distance there. You've got to still look at the distance, and that being a green number on a very bright white thing, I can't see how far that is. Probably it's a thing here that tells me how close I am. Yeah, there we are. Distance, 49 meters. Excellent. So slightly off the line now, so I want to reline up with it. Oh, and we've gone over, so now we need to bring ourselves down. This is actually the same thing as the docking indicator mod does, I think. It gives you the 3 markers and you know to line them up, but you can use the nav ball to do it, so I don't really see the point of having a mod for that. Yeah, it would be useful if you're learning it, and that's how I've always learned to do things, so, and it's worked pretty well for me. And of course, the power of magnets, you know, the magic of magnets. They do wonders. So yeah, here we go. That's all pretty much lined up. Get all 3 of those lined up. Slightly off, so push it over again. There we are. And then when you're close enough, turn off your RCS and your SAS, and just let the magnets do it. Let them do the job, and there you are. Connected. Simple as that. So I want to dock these 2 together, but I don't want to rotate it because I want that cupola to be facing upwards, like I did with these ones here. So I chose not to rotate it. You'll see there that the cupolas are just facing upwards. So all we do is we make sure snap is not on, and we just go compress parts. Boom, and there you are. Job done, and I think contract complete. There we are. We have a space hotel, a fully working, fully operational space hotel. We collected 603,000 credits. That's not going to be enough to pay for it, but this will become a tourist attraction. There will be lots of contracts to bring tourists here, and yeah, they're gonna pay. They're gonna pay a lot. In hindsight, I should have probably put these top or the bottom one at different angles to each other, so ships could dock easier on it. Because that's a little narrow there. Look at that. It'd be a bit weird to try and dock a large vessel in there, but oh well, I've done it now. I could of course bring up 3 more crew pods and just have docking ports at the end of them. That would work. You know, now I think about it, if I had done that at a different angle, that does not look like a Cylon base star. Yes, by your command. So, the only thing left to do is to get rid of this. I have been trying to deorbit all these. Most of them didn't have the fuel to make it back. Oh my life, what are you doing? No, stop. Wow. Control from here. Point normal. There we go. I did also have a weird issue with the camera. Sometimes I was docking these together and then my camera would just lock and start doing this weird vibrating thing. And I had to go back to the Space Center and come out again. And once or twice it just got stuck on a loading screen, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I did notice I had that issue in the VAB as well. Sometimes I'd put down parts from this civilian population mod, and then my camera would freeze in the VAB, and I'd have to quit out the VAB and come back again, so I'm not sure what that is. Obviously, these are welded versions of the biospheres, because they're slightly smaller. So if you do get the civilian population mod, you'll see that their mods are larger. Their biospheres are much larger. So weird texture glitch going on there somewhere. But yeah. So what I did was I created a new one. Created a welded piece out of it, and then just in the files you can edit the size, you can edit the scale, and shrinks it down. You can use tweak scale to do that. I think I've mentioned this before, but I've had an issue with tweak scale where I would enlarge tanks, like these ones here. I'd make this longer, so it was 3 longer, and then when I checked how much fuel it could have compared to how much 3 of them could have individually, the numbers didn't add up. So I couldn't figure it out, so instead I've decided to weld things together, and I think that's the only thing I've resized so far. The only other trick I've done is these pods here. These are the KISS Kerbal Inventory System containers. I don't think they're just from KISS. I think they might be from a different mod, and but they are inventory containers, and I basically had a look at how much these containers were. I think that's 5 of them was the same size. Took the fuel quantity and made a welded part, edited it, and made my own part. So yeah, I know that's not how the welded mod's supposed to be used, but that's what I've been doing with it, and it's really useful. It's done a lot of things to help me out, to be honest with you. Being able to just change some parts there. I don't feel it's really cheating or anything like that, because it's the same mass, it's the same size. I always make sure of that. It's just it's 1 part instead of 5 of them. And if you put 5 Kerbalism tanks together, when you go to edit them, it lets you put like everything inside them at once. It goes a bit bananas. So it's the same as welding crew things together. You end up being able to put in like all 5 of the, or 6 of the configurations to them at once, and it's just a bit odd. So yeah, not really sure why it does that, or any of the reasoning behind that, but it does. So yeah. Anyway, let's push away from the station, and we'll fire the engine up and all the way to do that. I think all the rest of them have tumbled back to the planet, but a few of them were very low on fuel when I detached them. Some of them were sort of just about scraping the atmosphere to do with it, so yeah, I think this one's going to make it back alright. Yep, this one's definitely going to make it back alright. There we go, look. Boom. And you're going to burn up into your fiery doom and make sure my orbit isn't littered with stuff. So yes, there she is. Our orbital hotel is complete. These are all stylish, all looking really good, except for the odd radiator thing at the bottom. I did have to actually detach this and go off and grab one of these because when I turned up, I had about, I think, 16 meters a second of fuel left on it, and that's not going to work. So I took that over. Why are you shaking? Why are you shaking? Stop shaking. Oh dear. Right. What on earth happened there?